Howdy folks, I'm adorable ABC Island Bear, ardently avoiding audacious adventurers.
I'm Amber.
And here are more audacious adventurers for us to avoid because we're more afraid of them than they are of us, or vice versa. I don't really know, but you let me know. Let's get started. Alright folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Leaving My Mother's Party After She Insulted My Daughter? I'm a 36-year-old female and I have a stepdaughter, a 14-year-old female, Anna. Her father and I married when Anna was 2. I consider her to be my real daughter in every way that matters, and I love her just as much as my biological children. Most of my family adores Anna. She's very sweet and hardworking, and she does her best to make them proud. However, my mother, a 55-year-old female, appears to not. She never outright said that she dislikes my daughter or why, but I've always thought it's because Anna wasn't my biological child. I've been teaching Anna to cook for a few years now. She asked me last year if she could start bringing her cooking to family gatherings and potlucks, and of course I agreed. My mother started critiquing Anna's dishes. It began with just suggesting that she add different spices or cook the ingredients a little longer, but over the past few months it's been getting worse. She doesn't criticize the dishes of any other family member. This Thanksgiving, she told Anna that the casserole that she made was disgusting and inedible. I told my mother to stop criticizing Anna and that she was doing her best, but she just brushed me off, which was the final straw. My family was in town this week to celebrate my mother's birthday. I had some curry that my mother had made about 6 months ago and given me to freeze. So I reheated it and I brought it to the party and told everyone that Anna had worked very hard to make it just like her grandmother always did. Immediately, my mother started criticizing the curry, saying that Anna added too much spice and overcooked the chicken. She even went as far to tell Anna that she should stop bringing food to potlucks altogether. I hadn't originally intended to make a big deal out of this, but that comment crossed the line. I informed my mother that it was her own curry that I reheated and that Anna had not actually cooked it. She immediately started sputtering and backpedaling, saying that she was just trying to give constructive criticism and to make Anna a better cook, but I knew that she didn't really believe it. I asked her why she would treat my own stepdaughter so badly, and she admitted that she didn't see Anna as her real grandchild. That was the final straw for me. I found my husband, Anna, and my other children, and I told them that we had to leave, explaining what my mother had said. We probably won't be attending any family gatherings for the foreseeable future either. My mother has gone full scorched earth on Facebook, and most family members have taken her side. She says that I ruined her party by leaving, and that I destroyed our relationship for someone who isn't even my real child. My husband is on my side, but he thinks that we shouldn't have left the party, since I had already proven my point. Alright folks, what do you think?
No, not the jerk. You should not have your child anywhere near this horrible person. I mean, who does that? It's very clear at this point in time that she is doing this specifically to tear Anna down.
Yeah.
She doesn't see her as family. She wants to get rid of Anna from her life. And so she's, hurting a poor child.
Yeah. I mean, she's being a bully. That's
Mm-hmm.
really what it boils down to. She's using criticism, constructive criticism, as a way to bully and punch down at Anna, right?
Right, and there's nothing constructive about this criticism. Like, when she started initially saying, oh, you could use some more spices, like, sure, that would be in the realm of constructive criticism. It's weird she doesn't do that with anyone else, but I could kind of see that.
Well, and it would be different, too, if Anna specifically asked for feedback.
Right. But it seems like she's just, been ramping it up. She started small so OP wouldn't notice, and then she ramped up to the point of being downright insulting and hurtful.
Do you think she has done other things while OP isn't around, if, like, they were babysitting her and whatnot?
I mean, it's very possible. I do think it would be a good idea for OP to have a sit down with Anna in private, or have Anna talk with a therapist confidentially, and so Anna can kind of process this, because I imagine this is not the first instance of favoritism and emotional abuse. I imagine the grandmother's been like this for a very long time, but she does it slowly so OP won't notice. And I also want to say the whole mom's nonsense about you're ruining this relationship over someone who isn't family. 1, Anna is family. 2, the only person ruining the relationship is OP's mom by being a horrible person and tearing down a child.
What do you think about the other family members?
I mean, I would make sure they have the whole story, but if they still side with the mom, just go no contact with them. You don't need those kind of people in your life.
Yeah, and well, also, why aren't they standing up for Anna during these family gatherings too, right?
Right.
Like, if I saw somebody, picking on a kid at a family gathering, I would probably step in.
Right, yeah. Well, it might be from some misguided notion of not wanting to rock the boat. It might be that they also don't see Anna as family, and if that's the case, I mean, not that not wanting to rock the boat is justified, but especially if they also like empathize with the mom, like definitely do not have them around Anna anymore.
Yeah. And I just kind of want to point out that while she's saying, well, she's not my real grandchild, you can be nice to kids that aren't your grandchildren, right?
You're right. Yeah, like there are all kinds of like if I see a child on the street, I'm not horrible to them because I'm not related to them.
Yeah. And so I think like if she can go around in public and not like steal candy from babies and kick puppies and stuff like that, then she probably can control this behavior of hers that to insult and demean Anna, right?
Like, all I can picture now is her like busting into her neighbor's house, sees their kid cooking, samples the dish, and starts like chastising them.
Yeah, she just goes around to everyone's house and just like starts tearing apart the children.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
she,
constructive criticism.
yeah, but let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And low permission 7278 says, I'm a stepdaughter. My stepmom is just like you. You have no idea what this means to Anna. Not the jerk. And OP replies, that's a really sweet reply. It made my day better. And WinGirl555 says, not the jerk here. You're not just sticking up for Anna, but you're protecting her from what amounts to verbal abuse. Plus, you're drawing a line with your mom that some behavior isn't acceptable. That's always a good line to take, especially with parents and in-laws that don't grok the idea that they can't do whatever they want and treat people like garbage with impunity. And Flesha Lou says, not the jerk, that was a brilliant trick, and it made the point so obvious that your mother sputtered in shame, and that's exactly why your mother is on social media trying to recruit a gang of flying monkeys. Jump on her post to ask her why she uses family gatherings to roast your daughter, and ask her if she envies her youth and her sweet, polite nature. Then ask her if she's so confident that she's in the right, then why is she grievance vomiting all over social media, practically begging for backup support and consensus? Tell her that happy and well-adjusted people are confident in their actions and don't need a chorus of people telling them that they're right. Then ask her if she desperately needs a hug, and that's why she's competing with and bullying a 14-year-old girl whom she knows that you love. Maybe even explain to her that love is not finite, that love for others doesn't mean less love for her. If she's religious, then throw in the handy-dandy do unto others thing and tell her that you've decided to treat her like she treats her daughter. Now, why would that upset you? Oh, you're admitting that you treat her badly. I mean, I think that's a pretty sound advice all in all.
Yeah.
All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for telling my dad's parents that I don't want them at my graduation when they said that I wasn't their real grandson? In November, I'm an 18-year-old male. My dad's parents and my mom got into an argument because they mentioned that they decided to start a college fund for my brother, an 11-year-old male. It wasn't even brought up. They just decided to share it on their own. My mom was confused since they mentioned out of the blue, but thanked them. She asked them why they decided to make one now and why they brought it up. They said something about wanting to do it for their grandson and make sure that he's set and doesn't have to worry about paying for college. My mom then asked if they had started one for me, and they said that I wasn't their real grandson. So the answer was no, and they didn't have one for me. They added something about how I would get something else and accused my mom of expecting too much. For context, my dad adopted me when I was 5. He started dating my mom when I was 2. I don't know my biological father personally, but I know of him. He died when I was 3, and my mom told me that he wasn't a good person and he was in and out of jail. My dad is the only dad I've ever known, and I've always thought his parents accepted me, but hearing them basically say that I wasn't their real grandson hurt. It wasn't even about the money, it was the fact that I was excluded and realizing that the only reason why I was excluded was because I wasn't my dad's biological son. The argument happened right in front of me and my brother, just a few days before Thanksgiving. Since then, I viewed my dad's parents differently and tried to keep them at a distance from me. They eventually apologized for saying that I wasn't the real grandson, but only because my dad basically forced them to. Over time, I realized that I don't really care anymore, but I just love them more than they loved me. School is almost back in, and I take senior pictures soon. My dad's parents were over for Christmas, and my parents brought up me taking pictures. That led to my dad's parents talking about how excited they were to see me graduate and how they couldn't wait. This confused me. It honestly did, because a month ago they basically told me that I wasn't their real grandson, and now they're excited to see their grandson graduate. I told them that they weren't coming and that I didn't want them there. Of course, this shocked my parents and my dad's parents. They asked why, and I told them that I remember them saying that I wasn't the real grandson, so it doesn't make sense for them to want to come to my graduation when they have no ties to me. My dad looked upset, and his parents were too. His parents basically said that I should move on since they already apologized and meant no harm. I told them that when they apologized, it was only because my dad told them to. After that, it got awkward. This happened during Christmas, and I haven't seen them since. My dad told me that they're hurt by what I said, and that I should apologize and let them know that I didn't mean it, that I still would like them to come. I told them that I meant what I said, and that I don't want them there. It's not like I can stop them from coming anyways, but I would prefer if they didn't, since I have no reason for them to be there. He says that I hurt their feelings. It's honestly embarrassing to think that they've been my grandparents my whole life, only to find out that they don't even think of me as their grandson. My mom says that she agrees with me, but thinks that I should consider my dad's feelings here, since this puts him in a hard position and wants everyone to be a family. I'm not trying to hurt my dad, but I just don't want his parents at my graduation when I just found out that they don't accept me. All right, folks, what do you think?
Not the jerk. Your dad's responsibility and obligation is to you as his child to protect you from this. When his parents came out and were like, oh yeah, we don't see OP as our real child, he should have been the one to like immediately shut things down. I mean, they said that in front of OP and his brother. And you don't say that in front of children. Like, even if that's something you privately think, you don't say that out loud in front of children. Like, that is unforgivable. That's the kind of thing you can't ever take back. And for them to think, oh, well, we had said our little apology, we can sweep this under the rug and just, pretend like we're such great people by celebrating the fun stuff. No, they don't get that.
Well, I mean, I think it kind of shows that they can dish it, but they can't take it, right? Their feelings are hurt when OP says that they're not their real grandparents.
Right, the audacity of OP's dad to tell OP to think about their feelings. Like, what were they thinking about OP's feelings when they said in front of him, yeah, you're not our real grandchild?
Now, I do want to say that I think that there isn't going to be any kind of healing or movement forward with a tit for tat type of attitude, right? So if OP is very serious about not wanting these people in their life, then they can continue forward with this course. But if they are open to forgiving, and if they're open to working towards building a better relationship with their grandparents, then this isn't going to be a useful tactic.
Well, but I think we would need to see actual growth and change from the grandparents first.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is like the grandparents just want to sweep everything under the rug. They're expecting an apology out of OP. They're expecting the child, well, I guess he's an adult now technically, but just barely adult, their teenage grandson to, quote, be the bigger person and just accept that they see him as lesser than and beg for scraps of their affection. It's clear they do not see him. It's clear how they see him. They don't see him as a real grandchild. They just want to see him as something else. And like, unless they're willing to work on those feelings and find a way to build a relationship, I don't think it's worth trying to extend an olive branch.
Yeah, it might not be. It might not be. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, and our next letter is an update. Update 2, am I the jerk for not giving my girlfriend my social security number so that she can run a background check on me? And Amber mentioned that there was an update to this one, and I just kind of wanted to read it. But basically, OP's girlfriend doesn't trust them because of a past bad relationship and wants them to give up their social security number so that a random stranger that she knows can look up the social security number and background check OP.
Yeah, she has a friend in the government who OP does not know, who she wants to give OP's social security number to.
After reading the comments I've been getting over the last few days, I decided to call her on New Year's Eve and give things one last chance because I'm the type of person that needs to know that I did everything that I could before I walk away from a relationship. And some people said that she had valid concerns. She just went about it the wrong way, which made sense. I told her that I understand and respect her need to ensure her safety, but I'm not willing to potentially compromise my safety to make sure that she feels safe by handing over my social security number to someone that I don't know and I don't trust. It's illegal for him to even use a federal database for personal reasons. So that's out. But what I will do is pay for a background check of her choosing, so long as it's legitimate service and gives the results. I will not be providing my social security number to anyone, but my address, date of birth, etc. are all fair game. She refused and said that she had chosen a background check and that's having her friend do it because she knows that she can trust him. So I said, if that's how you feel and you won't budge, then the issue is trust, and that I'm not willing to be in a relationship with a woman that doesn't trust me because of something that doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not paying for another man's sins, and I'm not giving you my social security number because your ex was a criminal. She started crying and asking why I can't understand that it's not about me, it's about her. And I said, you made it about me when you asked for my social security number. She got mad and started accusing me of lying about caring about her safety and saying that if I really cared, then I would have no problem doing this because I don't understand how vulnerable women are in society. So I said that I was willing to work with you up to a reasonable point, but now you're just trying to manipulate me. And I don't feel safe being with you anymore. Because if this is how you react when you don't get your way about having my social security number, what happens the next time we have a major disagreement or a serious situation comes up? Are you going to keep crying and trying to get your way, or throw out another ultimatum to try and force me into doing what you want? She started saying that as a man, I can't understand what it's like to go through the life as a woman and to have to be afraid, and that it's what she has to do for her safety and security, and that I just need to respect that and give her what she needs for her comfort. I was like, I tried to compromise, but you wouldn't accept it. There's nothing more to say here. And to be clear, I wasn't exactly calm. I have severe anxiety, so this was really hard conversation for me to have. I was actively pacing around my house and sweating and forcing the words out the entire time. Then she started crying and asking me about New Year's because we were supposed to spend it with her parents. I said that you should have thought about that before you tried to strong arm me into getting your way. This isn't a and everyone stood up and applauded moment. This is just how things went. I hung up and now we're over. Obviously I'm hurt, but I'm realizing that I dodged a bullet here because there's no reason that this should have gotten as messy as it did. And before anyone tries to jump at me in the comments again, I offered to pay for the background check. She refused because it wasn't the test that she wanted. I feel like I made a good faith effort to resolve things. Hate to ring in the new year without a kiss under the mistletoe, but it is what it is. I don't know if she really is that concerned that I'm some kind of criminal, or if she's just trying to scam me like a lot of you said. Either way, it's over now. All right, folks, what do you think of that update?
I mean, I think Opie made the right call there. He tried to be generous and offer to do a background check that he felt comfortable with, and she shot it down.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am banking on this being a scam, but if she is that insecure in the relationship to the point where the only acceptable avenue will be if her friend uses their government position to do background checks on someone, then she probably needs a lot of therapy before she gets into a serious relationship.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to kind of reiterate what I said last time because I think it's still very applicable. Why should OP trust someone who's committing felonies to do a background check on them? There's no legitimate reason why you would trust someone who's illegally using a government database to do background checks on somebody, personal use.
Yeah.
This is illegal. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. And the fact that she is trying to say, well, I want to use crimes to make sure you're not doing crimes is just the pure epitome of hypocrisy.
Well, and the manipulation there being like, you don't know what it's like to be a woman. Like, yeah, it can be scary to be a woman in society, but like most of us content ourselves with, regular internet sleuthing and not needing to take people's social security numbers.
Well, and that's it. It's like OP offered a compromise, a very good compromise. They offered to do a background check on themselves. They offered to, you know, have them be able to have their girlfriend look up the service that they wanted to use, but they just wanted to use the crime version. So I can't say that OP did anything wrong here. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a joke.
What did the winter storm clouds say when they were asked about the chances of precipitation?
Well, the winter storm clouds probably said there's 100% chance of precipitation because we're winter storm clouds, and that's what we do.
There's snow way.
There's no way. I mean, that's pretty good.
And so some of my jokes are just seasonal. So today is Old Rock Day.
Old Rock Day.
Yes, it is literally celebrating the rocks that like make up the earth crust and geology and stuff like that.
Very nice. That's a pretty good day. So go out and find yourself some rocks. If it's too cold, then chip them up off the ground and do it anyways. And I have the special guest tea, some matcha. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy terrific Tuesday, folks, spelled TWO. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance. And please have it on not bullying your grandchildren.
Never tell a child you do not see them as real family.
Yes, go up to random strange children on the street
Okay,
and tell them that you
let
see
me
them as family.
let me modify this. If there is a child in your family, even if they are not blood related, do not single them out, be mean to them, and tell them they're not real family.
There you go, folks. So Amber says, don't walk up to random strange kids and tell them that they're family. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
But we're family.